What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Ron back with DFS Greatness. WildCard weekend. Let's get to it, though, man. Slap a like on the page, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully this video will be helpful for you guys to win some money, man. This is just my picks that I like. That I feel like these picks are in fantastic matchups. And let's get to it, man. At the quarterback position, I know you got the big dogs, man. You got Drew Brees, you got Russell Wilson, and also you got Tom Brady and Ryan Tannehill. And I like Josh Allen, man. He's my favorite quarterback. The reason why I like Josh Allen the most, going against Houston defense, the defense ranked 27, and against quarterbacks, they're ranked 29th. So basically, man, it's 6,500. He's projected to get around 19.3 fantasy points a game. I like him, man. Just Houston defense all year hasn't just been nothing I've been scared of. The defense not that good. I mean, they got J.J. Watt coming back, but I just don't feel like he's going to be a factor coming back for that injury. He's $1,300 more on FanDuel, so I definitely like the Draftkings price. He's averaging around 6.8 rush attempts a game, and averaging 18.9 fantasy points a game. So all that's been said, like core I got if I'm gonna stack someone, I'm stacking him with Cole Beasley. That's why I had the first Cole Beasley. See, I want to have a stack in that game, man, because I feel like Josh Allen is probably in a fantastic matchup. You do got Russell Wilson going against Philadelphia, man, but what I saw last week against San Francisco, man, they just didn't look good. The offense didn't look good at all, and he's 1,100 more on FanDuel. So Josh Allen's the quarterback that I'm rocking with, man. And at the running back position, I went for Alvin Kamara because I feel like he's in a fantastic matchup. He's around $800 more on FanDuel at 7,400, projected to get 18.5 fantasy points. Last 3 games, he's getting in the end zone, averaging 17.8 fantasy points a game, getting around 6.9 pass targets a game with 12.2 rush attempts a game. So all that being said, I like Kamara a lot, man. If you did want to go to another running back and another fantastic matchup, is Devin Singletary. I'm going against the Houston defense, ranked 27, and they ranked 26 against the running back position. He's 6,000. He's getting around 12.6 rush attempts a game, and around 3.4 pass targets, averaging 12.7 fantasy points a game. If you did want to go that direction with Singletary, but I'm going cheap at the running back position, a guy that I'm gonna have a lot of exposure to. At the price tag, I feel like it was too cheap for him. Sonny Michel at 4,600. I think Sonny Michel, man, he's in a good matchup going against Tennessee Titans. Right now, man, as a whole, they rank 17 at the position. They rank 16. So I feel like Sonny Michel should have a good game, man. He's projected getting 9.3 fantasy points a game. The last 3 games, he's averaging 9.6 fantasy points. He can get around 15.4 rush attempts. See, the reason why I like Sonny Michel, his rush attempts is getting up there, man. He's getting around 18, 21, 19 last 3 games. He's getting the rush attempts, and also getting around 1.3 pass targets a game. So right now, he's 2,100 more on FanDuel. Wow. So if you want like that price tag at DraftKings, you definitely have Sonny Michel in your lineup for that price tag. It's pretty cheap. And at the wide receiver position, you got can't guard Michael Thomas, man. He's not one of my core receivers, but you can't say nothing wrong with playing Michael Thomas, man. This guy's stud, best receiver in the league. Going against Minnesota, they at the defensive position, they ranked 24 against receivers. You got Xavier Rose. That guy ain't the same corner, and you probably need to move him to safety. He's been terrible this year, been getting lit up. So he's projecting 24.6 fantasy points. So I'm pretty sure he will definitely hit value. He's getting around 11.6 targets a game. Definitely like that. Averaging 25.3 fantasy points a game. That's Drew Brees' main target, man. 9, 17, 12 targets. And a guy that I'm playing, I'm going Stephon Diggs, man. Going against New Orleans at the at the receiver position at rate 27 is 6,600 price tag. He's projecting 14.5 fantasy points a game. I know you got his counter partner, Adam Thielen, hamstring, man. I'm playing with money. A hamstring will flare up, and that's your lineup. So, I can't predict injuries, but he's been injury prone a lot this year, Adam Thielen. He's getting around about 6.3 pass targets a game. And at the price tag, 6,600, he's $700 more on FanDuel, definitely like the DraftKings play. And at 15, he averaged 15.3 fantasy points a game. Definitely like Stephon Diggs to be a little different. And I got Jared Allen as my quarterback. Cole Beasley, he's 5,600. He's $700 more on FanDuel. As a whole, they 27 their defense and 20th against the receiver. So he's averaging 12.1 fantasy points a game. I mean, he's projected to get 12.1 fantasy points a game, and he's averaging 12.7, a game. So he's getting around 6.9 pass targets a game. Cole Beasley, man, PPR machine. This guy won me a championship. It's pretty good. Definitely like him. And another receiver that I do like is like Tyler Lockett, man. It's 7,200. You don't necessarily have to pay 7,200. You always can go 6,100. Go get DK Metcalf and have more salary to play with. I just throw him in there, man, because I definitely like the exposure against the Eagles secondary. They're not good at rank 30th at the wide receiver position. He's $100 more on FanDuel. He's projected getting 15.8 fantasy points a game. Projected to get 15.8 for the game. And he's averaging around 15.5 fantasy points, man. Last 3 games, 17, 2, and 29, and getting around 6.9 targets a game. As Russell Wilson's favorite target. And Philadelphia secondary is not scary. They don't scare me at all. If you want to throw them in your lineup. And also, you still got Julian Edelman at 6,500. He's $500 more on FanDuel. Going against Tennessee defense, got good defense. As a whole, they rank 17, and at the wide receiver position, they rank 16. He getting around 9.6 pass targets a game and averaging 16.6 fantasy points a game. Edelman last 3 games, 6, 4, and 3. So definitely, that's all they has right now. So what a lot of teams been doing, they've been putting like their best corner on Edelman, and once that happens, it just changed the game because Brady had to look for other options, no Gronkowski, and it's kind of hard for them this year. They don't have no offense at all. A lot of teams just been smothering him. Like I told you, if you don't want to pay Lockett, DK Metcalf. Another good receiver at the price tag, 6,100, and he's $100 more on FanDuel. Last 3 games, averaging 12.1 fantasy points a game, getting around 6.3 targets a game. Definitely like DK Metcalf a lot. Yeah, man, this is the receivers that I like, man. That I tell you guys to throw in your lineup. And at the tight end position, you got Dallas Goedert at probably the top one. A lot of people going to probably have exposure to it. I'm pretty sure he's going around 60% on. Going against Seattle, against the defense overall, ranked the 19 against the tight end, ranked 30th. He's getting around 9.8 fantasy points a game, 11, 24, and 11 last 3 games, 5.8 pass targets a game. He's 1,500 more on FanDuel, so definitely like the DK price for him. And another tight end is pretty cheap too, Dawson Knox. If I did want to go get him, I got the salary to get him. He's a little bit cheaper to go get him instead of going down Jonas Smith. It's just the targets is kind of scary. He's getting around 3.3 targets a game. That's the only thing scary going. He's in a fantastic matchup against Houston, 27 overall, and they 24th against the tight end. $1,900 more on FanDuel. He's cheap. All he got to do maybe get a little touchdown or something. He had quick rush value, and it'll be a little different. I'm pretty sure he's going to be low on. Nobody's not going to play this guy, but if you do go off, you have him in your lineup, it could be a different one winning some big money. And also Zach Ertz, he was at practice today. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but if he does play, he got cracked ribs and stuff. You want to be careful with that one. He's the highest tight end. One thing go wrong, you pay up for him $6,000, he get hurt. You know how things can go with that position. And you still got Jared Cook. Man, he's been playing fantastic, man. He's 1,600 more on FanDuel, averaging around 12 fantasy points a game, getting around 4.6 targets a game at 4,900. I like that price tag. You want to go play him. And I played Jonas Smith at 3,800. It's pretty cheap. He's 2,000 more on FanDuel, so definitely play him on Draftkings. Last 3 games, averaging 6.5 fantasy points a game, getting around 2.8 targets. So Gilmore will be on the top receiver, A.J. Brown. So you can believe that A.J. Brown is a good. He probably will win Rookie of the Year, but Gilmore will be on him. Did anybody watch that Miami game last week? Gilmore got roasted against Parker. He ate him alive. That was crazy. Gilmore got ate up pretty bad. So Smith, I do like him a lot, man, because I feel like A.J. Brown will be probably double safety on him in the corner on him. Jonas Smith is a guy, man. He's pretty good tight end. And for the defense and for the flex, I put in Ward, man, because I know They're real short right now. So Ward, don't see the wrong playing him last 3 games, averaging 10 fantasy points. The guy was on the practice squad, man. He's playing good minutes now. The whole receiver core is hurt. He's $400 more on FanDuel at 5,200. I like the price tag, getting around 6.7 pass targets a game, so I definitely like him if you want to play him. And my favorite defense to play this week is Buffalo Bills, man. Last 3 games, man, averaging 8, 2, and 18 fantasy points, and I like them a lot to play because I feel like they can make a lot of turnovers, and Deshaun Watson is easily could throw a pick, and Houston always choke up in the playoffs. They always have a good year, and never pan out at all. And yeah, man, these are the plays. I told you guys to put in your lineup. Hopefully, and also if you want to be cheap and sleep on him, and Muhammad Sanu at 3,900, he's 1,500 more on FanDuel if you want to play him. It's just nobody from New England has just got my eye that I want to throw in my lineup. It just New England offense right now. It just look terrible. They're not gelling. Just the chemistry right now for New England look bad, man. I'm from Tennessee. I'm not a Titan fan, but I can just say one thing right now: tighten up. I just feel like the Titans will go up there, be a dark horse and beat New England. Dynasty is over with. It just don't feel like the New England have an opportunity to win because, you got Derrick Henry, the leading rusher in the NFL. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to stack the box and try to shut him down. But the Titans will, use their philosophy and just probably just feed him the ball to death, against New England offense. Against New England defense if you want to, just different strategy to think about. Well, man, hopefully this video is helpful for you. This is just a core that I'm working with, man. Hopefully this video is helpful. At the end of the day, man, it's your boy Ron back with DFS Greatness. Until next time, I'm out. Good luck, everyone. Happy New Year. If you like my page, subscribe to my channel. Let's get to it. Follow your boy on Twitter at DFS Greatness on Twitter. And let's get to it, man. Just hit you if you got any comments. Write in the comment section your favorite play. Until next time, I'm out. Good luck, everyone.